The Imperial dreadnought Eternal Dominion hung in the void like a monument to conquest, its obsidian hull stretching 3 kilometers from bow to stern. Commander Zarthek of the Caldronian Empire stood on the bridge, his 4 eyes gleaming with anticipation as the primitive human vessel approached. "They dare answer our summons with that?" his tactical officer hissed, mandibles clicking in disdain. The human ship was small, barely the size of a frigate. Its hull was covered in mismatched panels, and what appeared to be hand-painted text along its side read, "UNSS Wandering Mischief. Open communications," Zarthek commanded. "Let us inform these creatures of their new place in the Empire." The view screen flickered to life, revealing 2 humans. The female, Anna, had dark hair tied back carelessly and wore a worn jumpsuit with grease stains. The male, Jack, lounged in his seat with his boots propped on the console, grinning like he'd just heard the galaxy's finest joke. "Greetings, primitive species," Zarthek began, his voice resonating with Imperial authority. "I am Commander Zarthek of the Caldronian Empire, conquerors of 400 star systems. You stand before the greatest military force in this sector. Your civilization will submit to Imperial rule or—" Anna snorted. It was an undignified, entirely human sound that made Zarthek's primary eyes twitch. Sorry, she said, waving her hand. "Continue. You were saying something about being the greatest military force?" Jack's grin widened. "Oh man, Anna, let him finish his speech. I love these speeches." Zarthek's chitinous plates flushed purple with irritation. "You dare mock the Empire? We have crushed species far more advanced than yours. Our weapons can turn planets to ash, yes. Jack interrupted, examining his fingernails. "Let me guess, you've got planet crackers, antimatter torpedoes, maybe some kind of exotic particle beam that violates 3 laws of physics. We possess the Omega-class annihilator capable of sterilizing a planet in 6 hours. Yeah, we saw the specs," Anna said, pulling up a datapad. "You left it in open broadcast on frequency 2.4 gigahertz, which, by the way, is hilariously insecure. We also grabbed your fleet deployment schedules, your supply chain logistics, and what appears to be Commander Zarthek's personal shopping list." She squinted at the screen. "Do you really need that much exfoliating cream?" The bridge of the Eternal Dominion fell silent. That is classified Imperial data." Zarthek sputtered. "Was classified," Jack corrected. "Now it's just mildly entertaining reading material. Anna, show him the good part." Anna tapped her datapad. "Oh, right. So we noticed your impenetrable quantum encryption. Very impressive. Took our ship's AI about—" She checked her wrist. 4 minutes to crack. Buddy was bored, honestly. 4 minutes? Zarthek's voice rose an octave. "That encryption has stood against the greatest minds of 300 years. "Yeah, well, our AI is basically a teenager who got really into puzzle games during quarantine," Jack said. "Honestly, you guys use a symmetric key system? In 2847, that's adorable." Zarthek activated his weapon systems. "Enough! Your insolence ends now." Prepare to. Every screen on the Eternal Dominion suddenly displayed a human meme. A cat hanging from a branch with the text, "Hang in there, Commander." "What is this?" Zarthek roared. "Oh, sorry, that's Jenkins," Anna explained. "Our communications officer. He thinks he's funny." "I am funny." A third voice called from off-screen. Jack leaned forward, his casual demeanor shifting slightly. "Look, Commander, here's the thing. You rolled up to our little corner of space with your big scary ship and your conquest speech. Very intimidating, truly. But you made one crucial mistake, and what is that, human? You assumed we were primitive because we're new to the galactic stage." Jack's smile turned sharp. "Commander, my species went from first flight to landing on our moon in 66 years. We went from basic computing to quantum AI in less than a century. We've survived world wars, planet-killing weapons, and we once had a global pandemic that we beat with vaccines developed in under a year." Anna picked up the thread. "Do you know what humans do when we're threatened, Commander? We don't submit. We innovate, we adapt, we overcome. It's literally our species' defining trait. You can't possibly stand against the Empire," Zarthek insisted, though his voice had lost some of its certainty. "Oh, we're not going to fight you," Jack said cheerfully. "That would be wasteful." Anna nodded. "We already won. What are you—" Zarthek's words died as alarms began screaming across his bridge. "Sir, our weapon systems are locked. Navigation is non-responsive. Life support is playing human music?" Indeed. The dulcet tones of "Never Gonna Give You Up" began echoing through the Imperial dreadnought. You've just been hacked. Rickrolled and diplomatically outmaneuvered, Jack said, standing up and stretching. Here's what happens next. You're going to return to your empire and tell them that humans are off limits. We're happy to trade, exchange culture, maybe even become friends. But conquest? He shook his head. That's not on the table. And if we refuse? Zarthek asked weakly. Anna smiled sweetly. Then we release all that classified data to your political rivals. We noticed some interesting discrepancies in your military budget reports. I'm sure the Imperial Senate would love to know where those missing funds went. Also, Jack added, we've already made contact with 6 other species in this sector. Turns out, lots of civilizations don't love the Empire. We've been sharing technology. Defense grids, communication encryption, some really fun stuff about asymmetric warfare. Zarthek slumped in his command chair. But we're the dominant power. Anna corrected gently. Past tense. The galaxy just got a lot more complicated, Commander. Welcome to the era of humanity. The transmission ended, leaving the Eternal Dominion drifting helplessly while never gonna give you up, played on loop. In the wandering mischief, Jack high-fived Anna. Think they'll actually listen? She asked. Probably not at first, Jack admitted. But they will eventually. Humans are persistent like that, Anna laughed. Humanity, fuck ya.
Humanity, fuck yeah.